John, because you said limited government, would you get rid of, because you said you approved of what Cato was doing to privatize Social Security. I'm just wondering how far you would take it.
You're going to go up to the 13?
Yeah, we're going to go see you, because I just wanted to. We have tickets. No, we have tickets.
Would you?
No, we have tickets. We have tickets. We're going. So, John, you said you wanted a discussion about limited government. I was wondering, get rid of Medicare?
Not making any statements about Medicare.
But you said you approved of Cato and privatizing Social Security, and you would reduce government maybe to 10% what it is now. So get rid of Medicare.
I'm not going to answer that question, so you might
Why
stop
not?
asking it.
Well, why?
Because I know what you're trying to do.
What am I trying to do?
You're trying.
You wanted the discussion about limited government, but you won't have the discussion. It's got to be controlled, and it's got to be to Cato. Is that it?
Can this open? How did
Several questions, this being Washington, dealing with politics and more specifically health care. An F word hangs over the room and it has 7 letters. But tying into this, at the Cato Institute yesterday, you said you would shrink the federal government to 10% of its current size, and you applauded the privatization of Social Security. You've also made remarks about Obamacare and your feelings on the health care reforms in recent weeks. Dealing with those issues, given the current political environment, how realistically can health care reform possibly be changed, and how would one go about shrinking the government to the size that you would want it to be?
I think you said 2-10%. As I recall, you said by 10%. It's a big difference.
No, I would like to see. I would like to see a much smaller government. I mean, in the United States today, the government is spending 40% of the GDP. A huge chunk of the federal government, 40 cents of every dollar, they're borrowing from other countries, or we're just printing money, taking the Fed's doing it. It's not a sustainable path. You talk about long-term sustainability. Americans are going to have a discussion on how large we want our government to be.
Or in the anti-business crowd have a less evolved sense of consciousness by not being open to business? I'm asking that somewhat facetiously, but there's a point there, which
consciousness is on a continuum. It's not like there are some people that are conscious and others who are unconscious, but we all have the potential to have a higher degree of consciousness. And yes, I would say the anti-business people, they cannot appreciate that business can make contributions and that it can be done at a more conscious level. To that degree, they aren't fully conscious either. They need to awaken their consciousness. I would hope they would read the book, but most of them don't want to read it because they've already made up their ideological lock-in.
Questions about
General politics in America. I'm a grocer at the end of the day. I have no great wisdom to bestow on our political discussions that are happening around the world. I just have my own opinions. I realize that that's more interesting in Washington, D.C. to talk about conscious capitalism, but we are here to talk about conscious